Welcome all. I hope you all are doing well. In this video, we are going to see a game between Mikhail Botvinnik and Jose Raul Capablanca. So, Mikhail Botvinnik was a sixth world champion and he was also an electrical engineer. He was basically a computer scientist. And Jose Raul Capablanca was a prodigy. He was a Cuban grandmaster and he was also a world champion from 1921 to 1927. And this game was played in 1938. So let's see what happened in this game. Botvinnik started his game with d4. Capablanca played knight f6, c4, e6, knight to c3, and bishop to b4. Nimzo Indian defense. Now, white played e3, black played pawn to d5, and white played a3. White is immediately asking black a question of what to do with this bishop. So black just captures and white captures back. Now black has lost his bishop for a knight. So that's why white has a double bishop advantage. But in return, black has got this advantage because white has a double pawn. It's an advantage for black. Okay, let's move forward. Black castles. Then white simply takes the pawn to get rid of his double pawns. Black captures back and white plays bishop to d3. Now black plays pawn to c5, knight e2 and b6. Black wants to take this bishop here or here to exchange white's bishop. Because white cannot take this bishop out here, white will just play f3, which will be a problem. For example, bishop f and f3. Suppose bishop h5, and typically in this position, white's idea is to play e4. So f3 is a kind of help for white. So that's why bishop g4 is not a good idea. So b6, white castles, and black just puts his bishop on a6 to exchange the white square bishop. Bishop takes a6 and knight takes a6. Now there are two ideas in this position, guys. One is white can try to play f3 and e4. Other is he can try to put his bishop on b2, then capture on c5. I'll show you. Bishop b2, for example. That's what white played in the game. I'll show you what white wants to do. Let's play bishop b2. Then black played queen d7, which was a very good move. Now dc5, e5 and c4. This is what white wants to play. He wants to activate this bishop, but this pawn is getting lost. That's why white wants to first play queen d3, then knight, suppose b8 again, dc5, bc5 and c4. This is what white's idea is. That's why white puts his bishop on b2, queen on d7. That's what Capablanca played. And now if white plays queen d3 with the same idea, black has this wonderful move queen to a4, and now white cannot play that because knight c5 is there, and it is kinda bad for black since this bishop is trapped inside the pawn chain, and that is not a very good bishop. So that's why white first plays pawn to a4, then rook e8, now queen d3, and now c4. Okay, now queen c2. Now black, if you ask black which is your most useless piece? Black will say the knight on e6, correct? So that's why now black's idea is to put knight b8, c6, e5 and knight to b3. In that way the knight will be very useful. So black just started to do that, knight b8. And if you ask white what should be your plan, so white's plan is to play f3 and e4. Also knight to g3, then bringing the rook to the center and then attacking on the king side. That's what white's plan is. So white just starts to do that. Rook e1, knight c6, let's say knight g3, knight a5, f3, knight b3. And now notice that this pawn is in danger, but white doesn't have any intention to save that pawn. He just goes and continues his attack. Pawn to e4, black just captures. Pawn to e5, knight d7, and now you will say f4 is a good idea. F4, f5, and the two pawns will be very strong there. They can start attack like f6 or e6 maybe, and the life is good. That's what white should do. But beware, if you directly play f4, black has a very good move, knight to c5. And now queen is in danger, that's why you can't hit the knight. And if you move the queen away, black's knight gets a very good square on d3. So you have to kill the queen, knight a4. And again, this knight becomes very good. He's attacking c3, b2. You can't even move the bishop anywhere because c3 is going. If you move to a1, that bishop becomes very useless. And life is good for black. Black later will push these pawns ahead and he will try to create a passer, and this is a winning position for black. But white needs his queen. He doesn't want his queen to get exchanged. That's why he first puts his queen on f2. And now this knight can't become much activated. That's why. Okay, now let's see. Black plays g6, pawn to f4. Now pawn f4 is good. So f5, ef6, the knight f6, and f5. White is continuing his attack. And now there is a thing in chess, this middle game principle I want to tell you. When you are under attack, when your opponent is attacking you, you should always try to exchange your pieces. Okay, the less pieces your opponent have, the less attacking chance he has. Okay, so always try to exchange pieces when you are under attack. And if you are attacking, try to avoid exchanging pieces. Okay, so here white is attacking, that's why black tries to exchange all of his pieces. He just plays rook into rook, and brings his other rook to e8 to get the exchange. Now white takes advantage of this f5 pawn. He just puts his rook on e6. Black says, okay, I want to exchange, so I'll just exchange. Pawn into, and now this knight is attacked, so black just protects it. Queen f4. White wants to get inside, so black just comes back with his queen. Now queen to e5, protecting the pawn and also pinning the knight. And now queen to e7. Okay, now white asks himself, which is my useless piece? My queen is wonderful, my pawn is wonderful, my knight is very good, he can come inside the game, he is very near to the king. But my bishop on b2, he's pretty useless, he's not attacking anything, he can't come in the game, every square is blocked by the opponent. What to do with this bishop? So he started thinking, And then he comes up with a very wonderful move. Pause your video, guys, and try to come up with this move. This move defines this game. Okay, so congratulations if you find this move, bishop a3, keeping the bishop free for the queen. Black says okay, I'm just going to kill it. And now white has a very good combination here. Knight comes in the game, knight h5. Black has to kill. Queen g5 check. King f8. Queen into check. King g8. Queen f7 check. King h8 would be bad because there is no queen f8 checkmate. So white first plays e7, and the idea is to do check and mate on f8. Now black cannot stop that. There is no way black's queen can get inside. So black has a last choice. He can try to do a perpetual check. So let's see if white king is able to run away or not. So he starts with queen c1 check, king f2, queen c2 check, king g3, queen d3 check, king h4, queen e4 check, king h5, queen e2 check, king h4 again, queen e4 check, pawn g4, queen e1 check, and king to h5. And there is no longer any check with a queen. That's why here Capablanca resigned the game. There is no way black can stop this queen f8 checkmate. He can play h6, but then again queen f8 check. Let's say h6, queen f8 check, king h7, and there white can just make another queen, and it's a totally winning game for white. That's why black resigned the game here, and it was a very good victory for the 6th world champion Mikhail Botvinnik. Just look at that move, bishop a3, guys. That bishop was not doing anything, and wow, he just makes one little move and destroys black. There is no other way for saving black's game. Black has to kill the bishop, and then it's just over. I hope you enjoyed this game, guys. This game was really wonderful, and I will come up with new exciting games for you. Till then, see you. Thank you for watching.